want you to imagine waking up from bed one morning, and before you go to work, you get that cup of coffee from your favorite coffee shop, as you do every single morning. Although this time, it's a little bit different. That barista you talk to every day has suddenly vanished, and you are soon introduced to a machine that will take and make your order and serve it back to you within a matter of minutes. This machine that doesn't take breaks, doesn't experience fatigue, or even require a bi-weekly paycheck has just been replaced by a CEO who has eradicated baristas by choosing a machine. This new age of technology isn't as far away as we truly think. In fact, it's just around the corner. The technology that makes this possible is AI, which stands for artificial intelligence. AI was created in the 1950s, as some of the first programs were designed to play checkers. However, as we all know, AI has been developed, reformed, and improved to do so much more. By definition, artificial intelligence is the ability of a computer or robot to complete tasks that require human intelligence. Artificial intelligence provides machines with the ability to recreate human tasks, perfect them, and even go far, far beyond them. So what does this look like in our lives? Artificial intelligence is such an important part of our lives. Like voice assistants, you've heard of Siri, Google, or Alexa. All these voice assistants use natural language generation, natural language processing, and machine learning to operate based on our usage of them. You know how we're always told they want to enhance user experience? They're learning about us from what we've done before. Streaming services like Netflix are doing the exact same thing. They analyze our previous choices to create lists of movies and TV series to recommend the next series that you and I should binge. These aspects of AI seem helpful in our daily lives, and in fact, there are multiple positive impacts AI has on our society today. For example, AI completely eradicates human error. An example of this is my current job. I work part-time at a Mexican restaurant, and if a machine was implemented, it would do my job perfectly, making absolutely no mistakes and portioning everything. It would make me, Ziyan, useless. Secondly, artificial intelligence is available 24/7. Now, if we think about this from the perspective of a grocery store owner, your business could stay open for 24 hours without having to worry about human rights violations or paying overtime. As a consumer, we could buy our groceries whenever we want. So what sounds so bad about that? Using AI, fatigues, breaks, and errors in the workplace are unheard of. These benefits, while they may seem smart and efficient decisions on the surface, can actually be quite the opposite. With the positives artificial intelligence brings, there are just as many negatives. Things like lack of emotion are an issue. Firstly, because emotion can be a huge factor in decision making. In fact, we often utilize these emotions on a daily basis to make our daily decisions. For example, if I'm upset, I will listen to some music to make me feel better. Furthermore, the decision which seems the best statistically may not always be the correct one. AI makes decisions based on numbers like algorithms and stats. For example, imagine you're on a plane. The plane is plummeting, and the pilot has to make really, really fast decisions. He resorts to AI for decision making because he can't make that many decisions in that short amount of time. To reduce items, resulting in a reduced weight of the plane, what's to stop AI from ejecting the pilot altogether? Additionally, as stated by Angelica Lim of Simon Fraser University, AI is flawed because humans designed it, which leaves room for human error. Finally, AI lacks out-of-the-box thinking. Because of this, in certain situations, AI can easily make a mistake. Statistical decision-making is often the first set of known outcomes provided. However, with out-of-the-box thinking, you are forced to go beyond the known outcomes, which AI can't do. Think back to the pilot being ejected. Would AI think of an alternate response? No, not unless it was programmed to do so. Is this the technology that we want to be implemented in fully automated self-driving cars, where our lives could be on the line on a daily basis. Additionally, AI can be used to replicate or create various forms of art and music from deceased artists. For example, AI can recreate famous paintings worth millions of dollars. This machine learning system can deduce how a painting was created and even replicate the brushstrokes accordingly. Although there are many problems with this, all art, whether it's painting or music or anything else, represents the journey, the feelings, and the experience of the artist, which is what makes it so authentic. So what does it mean to be unique or original? At TED 2022, Holly Herndon introduced an innovative piece of technology to the audience named Holly Plus. This technology utilizes machine learning and artificial intelligence to replicate Holly's voice. Not only was Holly Plus able to replicate Holly's voice and sing just like her, but it was also able to sing songs that Holly had never sung in languages she doesn't know. Because she can technically create duets with herself, this opens so many more possibilities for artists worldwide. But what if someone were to use the same tech to steal her identity or commit a crime? We can see that with AI, things aren't always black and white, and this comes with so many gray areas that we need to think about carefully. According to Yuval Noah Harari, there is a possibility of the creation of a useless class of people. Allow me to explain. He's not saying that humans themselves are useless. What he's saying is that when millions of low-skilled jobs disappear and all these industries shift to automated technology, when these jobs disappear, millions of people will be unemployed. They will lack the education and the experience to find meaningful work. And in fact, this useless class of people will be formed. On the other hand, Elon Musk believes that if we work hard and are not complacent, the future will be bright. To explain this further, Elon encourages advancement in technology and not limiting ourselves. But he also encourages us to have the satisfaction and the ability to know when enough is enough. With the advancements of AI, there could come continuous unemployment. This can cause a lack of income in millions of households worldwide. In fact, there are many types of jobs that are currently at risk of being replaced by artificial intelligence. For example, there are currently autonomous trucks soon to be implemented. This seems great. The truck drivers will no longer have to work long hours and tire themselves out. However, according to a study from the University of Michigan, this could replace up to 90% of US long-haul trucking, and this equals to 500,000 jobs. All of these humans who committed their lives to their profession will soon be unemployed. And what's worse is they won't know what to do next. Hence the term useless class. This example shows that it is crucial to recognize the ethics that need to be thought about when implementing AI further into our daily lives. We need to be thinking about who we are affecting instead of worrying about personal gain and income. As we can see, the impact of AI is a spectrum, from positive to harmless to negative. Like any technology, what matters is what we as humans do with it. As His Highness the Aga Khan reminded us during the Stephen Ogden Lecture at Brown University, human cooperation doesn't depend on advances in tech, but on how human beings use their tech tools. So why should youth care about any of this? Firstly, because we will be heavily affected by the augmented age. For example, the metaverse. In the metaverse, investors are paying millions of dollars for virtual real estate. Singers are being paid millions of dollars as well to perform in the metaverse. Soon, we'll be going to virtual concerts to see Drake perform. This encourages us to think about what the future really has in store for us and what this even means. This shows that virtual reality to this extent or even further could easily become a part of our daily lives. And maybe this is the solution for the useless class. Our generation has never lived without the presence of AI. And if it isn't limited and ethically used, we are the generation that will be affected the most. Secondly, we have to pay attention to what we're doing and how, because it's a precedent setting. If we do it right, we can ensure an innovative future with various new technologies to follow in the ethical footsteps set by us. However, if we don't, we can face serious repercussions for our ignorance. Thirdly, we don't have the capacity to imagine what's possible with artificial intelligence. In 2007, when the iPhone was created, did we think that we would have an external augmentation of our brains, learning the way we think, what we do, and how we respond on our body at all times? Additionally, I would argue that none of us could function well without our phones. So what are the implications for AI in the future knowing this? Well, given enough data, this can lead to AI knowing us better than we know ourselves. This can sometimes be a scary thought, because AI can soon be able to make decisions for us, based strictly on data, knowing exactly what we like and dislike. As humans, we will feel as if our mind and our power is being taken away. As Stephen Hawking once said, success in creating effective AI could be the biggest event in the history of our civilization, or the worst. So we cannot know if we will be infinitely helped by AI, or ignored by it and sidelined, or conceivably destroyed by it. As a student in today's society, my vision is that we can create a society that uses AI because of its countless possibilities, but doesn't exploit it for the needs of our own, just to put some more money in our pocket. We need to keep in mind that we need to lay down the ethics for artificial intelligence now, more than ever, so that the future can follow in our footsteps. We need to start thinking about what we're doing and what we're setting up. Additionally, we can create various opportunities and possibilities by using a combination of AI and human abilities working in unison. But to do this properly, we have to consider ethics. We have to consider what it means to be human and the responsibility that we have. We have to keep in mind what kind of AI we want to develop. We need to think about who we are affecting and how we can help the needs of humanity instead of just corporate needs. This will not only prevent the eradication of humans in the workplace, creating a useless class of people, but it will also give us the ability to do more than ever before. Thank you.